We are back to all the scheming and conniving, which is Empire.
And I'm like, come on through, Cookie. I'm going up on my soapbox. That's basically it. Let's talk about drag and all its forms. What, Cookie?
Hey guys, thanks so much for clicking on the video. This is my review for season 4, episode 11 of Empire. And like I said, we're back to all the scheming and the conniving. In this episode, there was a whole lot going on. A whole lot of people, we're back. It's back, period. It's back. Lucius is back in the office. Little bit of a struggle about who's going to take the seat and who's not going to take the seat. Lucius took the seat back, and Cookie told Portia, she said, "Child, that ain't nothing but semantics, honey. Let him sit up there, but don't get it fucked up. I'm still running this bitch." I said, "All right, Cookie." So everybody's back to doing what it is they're doing. Lucius starts off the episode having some dreams and visions that something is going on when it comes to the car blowing up. Something just ain't sitting right in his spirit about the car blowing up and all of that. He's like waking up at night with night sweats and all of this. Of course, we know that Andre is actually going through because he feels the need that he has to tell it. He actually ended up going to the church and seeing the pastor and talking to the pastor, and the pastor was saying, I feel like God let me down and this, that, thing, and the other. And he's like, you know what? Well, what did you do, Andre? He's like, because he was asking, what if, he said, you have to confess whatever your sins are and then you'll become whole. And he said, what if I don't deserve to be whole? And he's like, well, if you don't want to tell me, then what you need to do, you confess it to God and you confess to the people who you hurt. That's what you do. I said, oh boy. Okay, so you know what you got to do? You got to go talk to Lucius. So that's that. Anyway, let's talk about Eddie. Eddie is walking around, and Eddie actually has a whole sinister thing going on. Like even his movements and his looks just look a little shady. He doesn't look as lighthearted as he did originally. He looks like, how a motherfucker look like they up to something. That's what Eddie gives me. He looks like he's up to something. I don't trust that son of a bitch no further than I said, but I didn't trust him totally flat out in the beginning. But right now, he really got some old shady shit going on. I ain't here for it. I ain't here for it at all. But anyway, he got the nerve to be hot on Tiana. His wife clocked that. It's like, what is that supposed to be, wife number 4? And he like, oh, no. He keep flirting at her. I said, so he think he going to do some sideline stuff to Empire and then have enough money. You think he's going to get ex-wife 3, think he's going to be back at her pussy. I said, this is going to be interesting. Anyway, him and her got this whole thing worked out where there's this tech guy. They're trying to do this collaboration with Empire, but it really is a setup. Some type of way Eddie is setting Empire up, and he's working sideways with this guy. And what they're actually doing is trying to... some kind of way he's going to buy Empire from up underneath Cookie and Lucius. A whole bunch of bullshit. So we got them running around with their bullshit running. Then we literally, they were talking about, that there can't be any scandals, can't be anything going on for this deal to go through. This deal was going to be real good. It's going to take care of everything. And then we meet this group, which is a group that Lucius pretty much screwed over back in the day. And they're called TBD. 3 black divas. And what they should have called them is 3 tired, old, dried up bitches is who they were. They were a mess. It was some mismanagement. And Lucius did it. He did it. He ain't told Cookie none of this. He sends Cookie, because what had happened was the three black divas, they ended up getting a deal with another company. And they're supposed to be coming out with a diss track against Empire. They're also coming out with this interview was supposed to drop the very next day, airing out all of the dirty laundry about the mismanagement of them through Lucius and Empire. Cookie goes to see them. These whores were working at a mall. They doing a concert at a mall. Child, that concert at that mall was a hot mess. There was kids spilling popcorn, people spilling drinks on the stage. They're up here. You got these three middle-aged bitches. They all look like three old bitches in the club that they had no business. Three bitches that should have been working in the kitchen at the club frying chicken. These three old whores is up here, and they trying to do their thing. And I'm looking at them, and I said, this is just and Tisha Campbell's actually playing the lead singer and the mouthpiece for the group. Tired, late, and through. I said, look at the child. A mess. So Cookie comes to the mall. Cookie and Cookie, Portia, and Becky. And they come, and Becky is just reading down. She's like, look at these bitches. This is horrible. It was so bad. It was so bad. They were singing this song, and they don't sound bad. They just the old bitches in the club. And it got so bad to a point, this mall was so fucking ghetto that at one point, I think somebody actually unplugged their mics, trying to plug in their cell phone or something, I guess. I said, Lord, child, y'all didn't unplug the mics to plug your Android in, did you, to the stage? Ghetto as hell. I said, this is just terrible. Terrible. Child, they get the daughter thing, and then they go and bust it down and just start saying. And the funny part is they sounded better when they were singing without the mic and without the music. But it was just a mess. Cookie came in there, read their asses down, read them down. It was like, listen, we have another contract for you all. We were looking forward to having you come back. We'll take care of bringing you back out. This contract's better than what you had, this, that, and the other. Tisha Campbell said, well, this is all fine, but what you're going to have to do for us, honey, is get us an apology from Lucius. You get us an apology from Lucius, and then you got a deal. So Cookie, like, no problem. Has them come in. They ghetto as hell. They come in the Empire. Lucius comes in as Dwight. Gives them an apology. You know, if I did anything better back in the past, I'm really sorry. He gave him gifts, gave him some real pretty crystal chalices and all of this kind of carrying on. And he put it on, laid it out for him real good. Hey, them bitches was like, no, you're not going to Stevie J us, nigga. You did some shit to us. That apology don't mean nothing. You literally, we was holding Empire down in the beginning. And then when Cookie went and took her ass away to jail, you was fucking all three of us. You fucking all three of us. We was keeping you happy and keeping you satisfied. And then you did us. And that apology that you gave, that ain't no good. Baby, I said, okay, they said, well, we're going to go ahead and release our album with this other company. And we're going to actually do our interview. And fuck you, the hell with you. So it's like, okay. So Cookie was snapping out. Cookie's like, see, you and your bullshit, and you got me all jammed up and all of this. And we was noticing, too, Cookie seemed stressed out. Very, very stressed out. Like little things were really getting on her nerves. And she had stumbled at one point, and Lucius asked her, are you okay? You working too hard, this, that, and the other. Like, all right, whatever. But she cussed Lucius out. So, you know, him and his bullshit and him and wanting to fuck everybody and all of that. She got him together. He said, well, I'll be letting you try to do what you're going to do, but I'm going to go ahead and take care of it the Empire way. I said, oh, here we go. What does this entail? You get ready to kill him, child. I said, is he getting ready to bag these old bitches? Child, next thing I know, we see them come back in for a meeting. It's like the next day, come back in for another meeting. And this time they got the new guy, who they actually, the label owner of the new company that they're with. So they're like, oh, we got his ass now. Baby, when they got done, that damn Lucius told them that they wasn't shit. They wasn't shit. Time hadn't been kind to Tisha Campbell and the other girl. She said, you call her fat. He was like, well. And then told the other one, time's been good to you, but not you. You let them know that they wasn't shit. They didn't look like shit. They still wasn't about shit, and that he had in essence went and bought the other company flat out from up underneath them. The man sold his whole company to Lucius. He said, so now you are property of Empire. You're in that little interview you did, you scrap it or we're going to sue your ass and bury you. And your new album, it'll get done when we tell you it gets done. And we'll approve what's going to be. And that's it. And this is the contract. Now what you want to do? I said, oh, girl, got y'all, bitch. Got y'all. Shut their asses right on down. I said, oh, all right. So we got that going on. Now, smooth moves, Eddie. Eddie then made his way to Jamal and talked Jamal out of doing this because there was a showcase that they were actually going to do for the man who's supposedly going to buy the company or supposedly partnering with, but is actually trying to buy the company. He done talked Jamal out of being on the showcase. Told him the little stuff about the murder hanging over his head and all of that is bad publicity. I said, He's just going breaking down the company. Breaking it down. So Jamal actually fell for it. I said, this is a mess. In the midst of all that, Jamal and Becky actually end up talking. Becky ends up telling Jamal that she didn't get pregnant and that she really don't want the baby and all of this. And she said, I really miss you and all of that. So that's good. Their friendship is back on track. I said, Lord have mercy. This is too much. So, all that's going on. Jamal's just like going into a depression kind of because he just is not feeling adequate and he's feeling kind of thrown away by the company. Says, okay. Then Eddie meets up with Tiana. He is seeing Tiana kissing Hakeem, the little boy with the big shoes. Seen him kiss it, and you could tell he was jealous. I said, oh, the wife was right. He met up with Tiana and told Tiana, you know what? I seen all that shenanigans that you got going on with Hakeem. You need to cut that shit. I'm trying to send you out on tour and do this, that, and the other. He sold her this dream. I'm going to make you into the artist you want to be. And told her, but you ain't got room in your life for but one man, and you're looking at him. I said, Eddie, slow down, motherfucker, because the way you're going to end up part of the Me Too movement if you don't cut it out. I said, because that ain't no way. She don't want your old, late, fat ass fucker. She don't want you. But old stupid ass Tiana, later on, Hakeem goes and proposes to the damn girl. And she tells him, well, I can't right now. I can't have any distractions. But she didn't see, again, everybody's not telling exactly what Eddie has said. So it's just kind of floating. But he's just causing all this strife and confusion. I said, Next, we end up seeing where we're at the showcase. Child, they did the showcase. They opened up the showcase with the 3 black bitches. Them 3 whores. They got them together. They did get them together, but Tisha Campbell, she the lead singer. Why that bitch have on flats? Some bitch had on some motherfucking sparkly tennis shoes. Give it up for the broke down In Vogue. Because that's who they had them patterned after, like In Vogue. Bitch, In Vogue still socks it to y'all. Why this bitch got on sparkly tennis shoes? I said, if y'all don't get this motherfucking geriatric SWV out of here, Eddie, they were a mess. I said, who is this? Jamonda, honey? I said, get out of here. They were a mess. It was a whole mess. I was like, they're the emotions with no feeling. It was horrible. But they did their little thing. But I just couldn't with them tennis shoes. Them tennis shoes was too much. I said, girl, tennis shoes and rhinestones, bitch. That's when you know you should be at the bingo hall, not on the stage. Johnny, sit down, bitch. Anyway, so they did all that. Backstage, Becky ended up breaking up with the boyfriend. He's all like, hey, Becky, did you see how that went real well? This and that. He's like, trying to kiss her. She's like, no. Breaking up with him. She ain't telling him she's pregnant or not. And I think she's going to mess around and abort the baby. I'm hoping that Jamal will, take on the baby. I think I might be reaching. But I would love for Jamal to just take on Becky's baby. Just take it. Take the baby and raise the baby. Give your daddy a grandchild. Anyway, so then everything goes well at the showcase. We see Eddie and the ex-wife sitting down with the guy, the one that's doing a little dirty deal with them. And he's like, this is all good. This is all good. Eddie is sitting at the table. I'm telling you, his whole personality is totally different than what we seen of Eddie coming into this. He's sitting at the table fingering the wife. I said, you nasty sons of bitches. Y'all are sitting there and sharing a plate of finger foods. And you got your fingers in her pussy. Who does that? Disgust us. A mess. So when a man ends up saying, I like this is good, everything's fine, he gonna say, so when do I tell the Lyons that I'm buying empire? And giving all that and walking off. I said, oh man. So then the ex-wife is going, this, that thing and the other, and they're talking, her and Eddie, and then the next thing you know, she gonna say, oh, I love it when you just do what you do, this stuff. I said, she's a mess. That bitch is all about money. She don't want Eddie's cockeyed ass. She don't want him. She don't want him at all, but she all about that money. Since that little money thing then went together, she gonna take his hand and put it back down under the table. I said, you nasty fucking bitch. I said, them too. I can't wait for Lucius to kill them. He's going to kill them. He is going to kill the both of them, and I'm here for it. Kill him, boy, kill him. Get him. They deserve it. Anyway, so let's go over to the house, to the Lyons house. They're over there. They're having this dinner for Andre. So welcome home dinner for Andre. Yeah, and back earlier in the program, Lucius had actually said thirsty to search for all the information about the blowing up. He had an idea of some things, but he just didn't really want to believe it. Anyway, they're talking, and still Andre, that's where Jamal comes out saying about how he felt about things about not being on the showcase. They're like, well, you pulled off from the showcase. He still didn't say anything about Eddie's the one that prompted him to do it or anything. I was like, God damn it. So all of that's going on. And in the midst of that, Andre says, Pops, let me talk to you in private in the other room. Maybe they go in there. Long story short, Andre tells Lucius, I'm the one who did the car bomb. It wasn't Juliana. I'm the one that put it in there. That got it going. I tried to call it off, but I did it. Baby, that Lucius was looking at him. I said, well, my Lord, just looking at him. Next thing I know, honey, Andre gives Lucius a gun, and he's like, I've made my peace with it, Pops. Just go ahead and do what you need to do. So I guess Crazy Boy thought that he was going to actually kill him. Baby, when I tell you, Lucius took that gun and pistol whipped the shit out of Andre and then choked his ass out. Choked him out. Had him all up on the desk, choking him. And Andre wasn't fighting him back. He was just, struggling with him, but he wasn't fighting him back. He was fucking him up. And Cookie and them all came in, and it was a mess. They got all that together, and then they took it, and he kept saying, he did it, you did it, you did it, it was you, it was you. He was all crazy, all crazy like his mom. Crazy as hell. So, Jamal and Hakeem took him out. And they all were in a room together. And they all, basically, the two brothers turned on Andre, was like, you don't try to kill your father. What the fuck is you giving? And that's why Hakeem was like, I feel like we done lost our older brother. What is you crazy? It's that other. So they done turned on. He gonna say, well, at least I told him. I was like, watch your back, damn bitch. Anyway. So that's one of them ones you should have took to the grave. Like the uncle, you should have took that to the grave. Anyway, go back in the other room. Cookie and Lucius is sitting there talking about, baby, did y'all catch Cookie's jumpsuit? Now, her jumpsuit was just okay. I wasn't real crazy about the jumpsuit. It was sparkly and cool, but it was like clown color, so it was giving kind of the tease. But, Cookie gives that. Some of her fashions are woo. But them gloves, that bitch had on a pair of sheer opera length gloves that were rhinestoned for the gods. I said, Miss Cookie, give me them gloves, bitch. Gloves was bad. But anyway, she's sitting there talking to Lucius, and she's telling Lucius, you know what? Lucius, he's not well. It just is what it is. This, that, thing, and the other. We're going to work through it. Please don't hurt my baby. We're going to work through it. This, that, and the other. He's crying to her and telling her it was him, it was him, it was him. I can't believe that it was him. I didn't want to believe that it was him. Whatever. Then the next thing you know, she gets to stumbling and talking about she can't catch her breath. And Lucius is like, what's going on? He ended up catching her, picking her up in his arms and laid her on the couch. And she's leaning back on the couch and she's like, oh, my arm is all going numb. I said, oh, shit. Goddamn Cookie that had a heart attack. And that's where it actually ended up. I said, child, y'all not going to do this. Y'all not going to do this. She's laying over there, honey, tomorrow. Or I said, Cookie, get up. Chop. Next thing I know, they got Cookie. They going out on the damn stretcher. I said, Lee Daniels, don't play with me. Do not play with me. But Cookie that had a heart attack, y'all. I'm going to catch y'all next week. See what's going on. Hey, Lee, easy with that shit.